This article contains spoilers for Fate, the Winx Saga Season 2. Fate, the Winx Saga Season 2's ending raised a big question about Flora. Many aspects of Fate, the Winx Saga Season 1 were criticized, and there's a sense in which Season 2 was something of a course correction to respond to those complaints. One of the most prominent examples is Season 2's introduction of Paulina Chavez's Flora, a New Earth fairy woes loved by viewers of the original Winx Club animated series. Flora's absence in Season 1 was particularly odd given she was replaced by an original character, Elliot Solt's Terra. Given the identical power sets, there was a real risk Flora's live-action debut would have made Terra feel superfluous. Fortunately, smart writing focused on the relationship between the two cousins, with Flora's example forcing Terra to confront her own insecurities. It all developed into a delightful story in which Terra admitted her cousin's boldness and self-confidence made her jealous and was able to reach a point of self-acceptance regarding her own sexuality. Meanwhile, the dramatic end of Fate, the Winx Saga Season 2 took advantage of the fact there were two Earth fairies in play, with Flora using her knowledge of chemistry to make herself irresistible to the power-draining scrapers. She dosed herself with a poison as well, ensuring any scraper that fed on her magic would be killed. Flora understood the stakes and chose to use herself as bait for the scrapers. It was a smart strategy, but also a risky one, because the experience of being drained by a scraper is clearly tortuous and had brought some fairies to the brink of death. Flora somehow survived, albeit with permanent scars, but Fate, the Winx Saga Season 2 didn't make it clear whether her powers had been restored. Other characters in Fate, the Winx Saga regained their magic by the end of the season, but that was because the scrapers had transferred it to the Blood Witch Sebastian, and his death meant the magic flowed back. The scrapers that fed on Flora died before they reached Sebastian, leaving it all rather ambiguous. How Flora can get her magic back in Fate, the Winx Saga Season 3. It's difficult to say whether Flora really has lost her magic. It's unclear why Sebastian's death meant all the power he had stolen was returned to his victims. It may be something to do with the blood magic he was employing, but it's possible magic naturally flows back to its source fairy. If the latter is true, then the deaths of the poisoned scrapers restored Flora. Disturbingly, this may mean that whole experience was even more traumatic than it seemed, with the power of the Earth fairy flowing back and forth during the scrapers' feeding frenzy. It's a rather horrific idea. Assuming Flora has indeed lost her powers, though, presumably Fate, the Winx Saga Season 3 will see her strive to regain them. The scrapers seen in Season 2 originated from the realm of darkness, and it is reasonable to assume the stolen magic can be restored by magic from that mystical realm as well. Rather conveniently, the end of Fate, the Winx Saga Season 2 saw Bloom travel to the realm of darkness, meaning she could potentially play a part in getting her friend's magic back. Fate. The Winx Saga Season 2 is now streaming on Netflix.